Yo, what's up everybody, it's Mark and we're back again with another tech deep dive. Today we're taking a look at the Samsung 55-inch class QN85D Series Neo QLED 4K TV. This 2024 model is packing some serious heat with Samsung's latest display technology. Now, this TV comes in at $999.99, model number QN55QN85DBXXA. It's rocking a solid 4.5 out of 5 stars with 64 reviews. So, if you're in the market for a new TV and want to know if the Samsung QN85D series is the one for you, then buckle up, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into it. Alright, let's kick things off with the most important aspect of any TV, the picture quality. And let me tell you, the Samsung QN85D does not disappoint. We're talking about a 4K resolution here, which is 4 times the resolution of your standard 1080p HD. That means sharper details, crisper edges, and an overall more immersive viewing experience. But Samsung didn't stop there. They've packed this TV with their Neo QLED technology, which takes things to a whole new level. We're talking about incredibly vibrant colors, deep blacks, and an overall brightness that'll make you think you're looking out a window. I tested this bad boy with a bunch of different content, from your typical cable TV to 4K HDR movies, and let me tell you, everything looked stunning. The colors just popped off the screen and the detail was insane. Like, I could practically count the individual hairs on a bear's back in a nature documentary. And speaking of HDR, this TV supports all the major formats, including HDR10, HDR10 Plus, and HLG, so no matter what you're watching, you're going to get the best possible dynamic range with brighter highlights, deeper blacks, and more detail in those shadowy areas. Samsung's also included some pretty impressive motion handling technology in this TV. They call it Motion X Pro, and it does a fantastic job of smoothing out fast-paced action scenes and reducing motion blur. Overall, the picture quality on the Samsung QN85D is top-notch. Whether you're a casual viewer or a serious cinephile, you're gonna absolutely love what this TV can do. Okay, so we've established that the Samsung QN85D has a killer display, but let's talk about the elephant in the room, the price. At $999.99, this TV is definitely an investment. It's not outrageously expensive for a TV of this caliber, but it's not exactly budget-friendly either. You have to weigh the cost against the features and quality you're getting. Now, for some of you, that price tag might be totally justified by the incredible picture quality alone. And hey, I get it, this TV looks amazing. The colors are vibrant, the blacks are deep, and the overall viewing experience is top-notch. But for others, it might be a bit of a sticking point, especially when there are plenty of other great TVs out there for less money. You might find yourself wondering if the extra cost is really worth it. Another thing to consider is that while the QN85D comes loaded with features, some of them might not be for everyone. It's important to think about which features you'll actually use. For example, the Tizen operating system, while generally user-friendly, can feel a little clunky at times, especially if you're used to something like Roku or Android TV. It might take some getting used to. And while the TV does come with a voice remote, I found it to be a little hit or miss. Sometimes it understood my commands perfectly, and other times it was like talking to a wall. This inconsistency can be frustrating, especially when you're trying to quickly navigate through menus. The sound quality is another area where the QN85D could be better. It's not bad by any means, but it's not going to blow you away either. For everyday viewing it's perfectly adequate, but it lacks the depth and richness that audiophiles might crave. It's decent for casual viewing. But if you're a serious movie buff or a gamer, you're probably going to want to invest in a soundbar or a dedicated sound system. This will significantly enhance your overall experience. And finally, let's talk about the design. Now, I'm not going to lie, the QN85D is a good-looking TV. It's got slim bezels, a sleek profile, and it'll definitely look good in any living room. The design is modern and elegant, making it a great addition to your home decor. So yeah, there are a few things to consider before you pull the trigger on the QN85D, but overall these are relatively minor nitpicks in the grand scheme of things. If you value picture quality and design, the QN85D is definitely worth considering. Chapter 3. Alright, let's talk about the star of the show. Samsung's Neo QLED technology. This is what really sets the QN85D apart from the competition, and it's what makes this TV such a joy to watch. So what exactly is Neo QLED? Well, it's essentially an evolution of Samsung's existing QLED technology but with a few key improvements. The NEO in NEO QLED stands for nano-emitting diode, and it refers to the use of incredibly small LEDs as the light source for the display. These mini LEDs are significantly smaller than the LEDs used in traditional LCD TVs, which allows Samsung to pack more of them into the same space. This results in a couple of major benefits. First, it allows for much more precise backlighting control, which translates to deeper blacks, brighter highlights, and better overall contrast. Second, it allows for a slimmer and more energy-efficient design. And trust me, this TV is thin. Like, seriously thin. It's almost like hanging a poster on your wall. Because the mini LEDs are so small, they also emit light in a more focused way. This reduces an effect called blooming, which is when the light from one part of the screen bleeds into another, causing a halo effect around bright objects. With Neo QLED, blooming is virtually eliminated, resulting in a cleaner, sharper image with more accurate colors. Chapter 4. We've talked about NEO QLED, but now let's dive deeper into one of its key components, the mini LED backlighting. This technology is a game changer in the world of television displays. This is where the magic really happens, folks. The mini LED backlighting is what sets NEO QLED apart from other TVs on the market. So, as we discussed earlier, NEO QLED uses thousands of tiny LEDs as the light source for the display. These LEDs are much smaller than traditional LEDs, allowing for more precise control of the light. These mini LEDs are grouped into hundreds of individually controlled dimming zones, which allows the TV to precisely control the brightness of different areas of the screen. This level of control is unprecedented in the industry. This is a huge deal because it means that bright areas of the screen can be incredibly bright, while dark areas can be incredibly dark, all at the same time. This dynamic range is what makes the viewing experience so captivating. This results in what's known as local dimming, and it's one of the most important factors in achieving deep black levels and impressive contrast. Local dimming is crucial for delivering a high-quality picture. Now, not all local dimming systems are created equal. The number of dimming zones and the precision of control can vary greatly between different TV models. Some TVs only have a handful of dimming zones, which can lead to an effect called haloing, where you see a faint glow around bright objects on a dark background. This can be quite distracting, but with the QN85D's hundreds of dimming zones, haloing is virtually non-existent. The precision of the dimming zones ensures a clear and sharp image. The backlighting is so precise that it's almost like each individual pixel is being lit independently. This level of detail is what makes the QN85D stand out. This makes for an incredibly immersive viewing experience, especially when you're watching HDR content. The colors are vibrant and the contrast is striking. Think about a scene in a movie where you have a bright moon in a dark night sky. The clarity and contrast in such scenes are where the QN85D truly shines. With a traditional LCD TV, the moon would likely have a noticeable halo around it, and the night sky wouldn't be truly black. This can take away from the overall viewing experience. But with the QN85D, the moon would be perfectly bright and sharp, while the night sky would be incredibly dark and inky, just like it would be in real life. This level of realism is what makes the QN85D a top choice for home entertainment. Chapter 5. Okay, we've talked a lot about the picture quality, but let's not forget about the smart aspect of this smart TV. It's not just about what you see, but also about how you interact with it. The QN85D runs on Samsung's Tizen operating system, which is designed to be user-friendly and intuitive. Navigating through menus and settings is a breeze. Now, I'll be honest, I've had my ups and downs with Tizen in the past. There have been moments of frustration, but also moments of delight. Sometimes it feels super smooth and responsive, and other times it can feel a little laggy and clunky. It's a mixed bag, but the good often outweighs the bad. But overall, it's a solid OS with a lot to offer. The features and functionalities it brings to the table are quite impressive. One of the things I like about Tizen is that it's very customizable. You can tailor it to fit your viewing habits and preferences. You can easily rearrange the home screen to put your favorite apps and inputs front and center. This makes accessing your most used apps a breeze. And speaking of apps, Tizen has a pretty extensive app store with all the major streaming services you'd expect, like Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, Disney+, Hulu, and more. The variety is quite impressive. You've also got your usual suspects like YouTube, Twitch, and Spotify, so you're pretty much covered no matter what kind of content you're into. Whether it's music, live streams, or videos, it's all there. The TV also comes with Samsung's TV Plus service, which offers a bunch of free live and on-demand channels. It's a great way to discover new content without any additional cost. It's not going to replace your cable subscription, but it's a nice little bonus if you're looking for something to watch without having to pay extra. It's perfect for those moments when you just want to relax and see what's on. Another cool feature of Tizen is its integration with Samsung's SmartThings ecosystem. This makes your TV a central hub for your smart home. If you've got other SmartThings compatible devices in your home, like smart lights, thermostats, or security cameras, you can control them all right from your TV. It's incredibly convenient. It's a neat little feature that adds a bit of futuristic convenience to your living room. Imagine controlling your entire home environment without leaving the couch. Outro. So there you have it, folks, the Samsung 55-inch class QN85D Series Neo QLED 4K TV. This is a seriously impressive piece of tech with stunning picture quality, a sleek design, and a solid smart TV experience. If you're in the market for a new TV and you're looking for the best of the best, then the Samsung QN85D series is definitely worth checking out. As always, thanks for watching.